I'm sweating already. Love that for me. This lighting is really weird. I don't know, it's kind of early in the afternoon. The sun is out, but I feel like it's still dark in my room, so if the lighting is off, I apologize. Let's get into this video. Hello, books being wrote. I, Capri Nicole, and I'm back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button. Make sure you follow your girl on Instagram, on Twitter, on Goodreads. And yeah, that's it. I want to say that I have a lot of new subscribers, so I want to say hello to all of you. I'm trying to get back into a flow of filming. I don't have a flow of filming. I have all these video ideas, no time to read, no time to film. And here we are, Adulting 101. Love that for me. So today I have a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and it is some 5-star predictions. So these are some books that are on my TBR, which is extensive, by the way. It's getting longer and something needs to happen there, but what it is, I don't know yet. I think I'm at like 300, 400 books on my TBR on Goodreads, but it's fine. So in that list, I have a ton of books that I think I'm going to absolutely love, and I decided to separate 10 of those books and deem them the 5-star reads. So these are the 10 books that I think are going to be 5 stars, which I'm super excited to come out. Some of them aren't out yet, but I still think they're going to be 5 stars once I get my hands on them. So let's get into the books. So the first book that I have on my list is called Lakewood. It follows the MC. Her name is Lena, and her grandmother just recently passed away. And once her grandmother passes away, she slowly starts to realize how much of a financial burden her family is in. And to help her family, she decided to drop out of college and pursue a full-time job. She's doing everything that she can at this job, but when she gets there, she realizes that all medical is like paid for, it's good pay, the people are nice, everything is like kind of perfect, but the only thing is they want to do these medical experiences on her. And the medical experiences include like changing her eye color from brown to blue, changing her skin tone, just changing every little thing about her, the way that she looks. And she is turning into this big medical experiment while she's at work, and she's trying to figure out just how much she's willing to sacrifice in order to help her family get out of debt. So I honestly think it's going to be an amazing book. I absolutely love this cover. Like, I love this cover. I think another book, I heard a booktuber talk about this book already, and they absolutely loved it. And just the premise of the book sounds like it's going to deal with a lot about like society, class, race, all that, family. I feel like it's going to deal with all that, and I just really want to dive into that. I've really been getting into more like deep books. Like, I've really been interested in like a lot of like deeper books or contemporary books or nonfiction books, and I feel like this is like towing the line of all those things with like an interesting spin on it. So I'm really excited to get into this one, and I 100% believe that's going to be a 5-star read. I haven't read any reviews of it, but I definitely think this is going to be a 5-star book. The next book that I have on my list is City of Girls, and this book follows a 95-year-old by the name of Vivian, and she is kind of reflecting back on her life from the 1940s in New York, where it was like all Broadway and beautiful and just flamboyant and promiscuous, and she's just reflecting back on her life as a young adult and just looking at her past love, her past relationships, and everything that she did growing up, mistakes that she made, and not being ashamed of any of it, and just like, I don't know, just like it kind of feels like a women empowerment book, like a book that admires sexual positivity and the female spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like within society, I feel like women are very shamed for like sexual promiscuity, sexual desires, this and that. I feel like it's a different there's different standards for women, but in this book she just like, I don't give a shit, I don't give a damn, I'm gonna say whatever I want, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and she just kind of reflecting back on her life and admiring who she was as a young woman. And I feel like she's just gonna be full of sass. I've seen a few booktubers read this. Heather from Aphrodite Reads read this book, and she's one of my favorite booktubers, and we have very similar reading tastes, and she compared it to Evelyn Hugo, which I absolutely loved. So I loved Evelyn Hugo because I felt like she just was like so sassy, she was just fabulous, and I feel like if this MC is going to be a lot like that, I'm going to really enjoy it. I'm really interested in seeing the setting of the 1940s in New York. I think it's going to be just like flashy and beautiful and amazing, and I can't wait to see these characters come to life, come off the page. So I definitely think this one's going to be a 5-star read. I have no doubts in my heart. I can feel it in my heart. So the next book that I have on my list is The Shadow Between Us, and this book has been described as a Slytherin love interest. And that's all I need to know, because your girl is a Slytherin, and honestly, anyone that is like fighting everything to just get on top and get power is just like 100% my jam. First of all, this cover is gorgeous. Let me just say that. That's the number one thing. The second thing is, if you do not know, this book follows Alessandra, and she is set out to be a powerhouse. She wants to be on top, and she feels like the only way that she can get on top is if she marries the Shadow King and kills him. So she is set out to find the Shadow King, to pursue him, to marry him, and then to kill him and take his spot on the throne. She starts to slowly pursue her mission. She starts to realize that she's not the only one that's trying to kill him, okay? There's multiple people that are after him. There's a lot of people that are very interested in who he is, because he's kind of secretive. Nobody really knows what his powers and title. Some people say he can control shadows. Some people say the shadows talk to him. Some people say he talks to the shadows. So nobody really knows much about him, but they want him dead. Like, there's people that are sought after his power, sought after his position, and now she's set in a situation where she's protecting him more so than she is trying to overthrow him. So I don't know, I just really, one of my favorite tropes is seeing like the female MC protect the male MC, and I don't see that much. So seeing that this book is kind of probably going to slowly turn into that if there's other people that are trying to attack him, I'm so excited to get into this one. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be full of adventure and just excitement. A little Slytherin power hungry moment. Like, I'm here for it. I think it's going to be 5 stars. I have no doubt in my mind, and I'm ready to pick it up ASAP. The next book that I have on my list is a non-fiction work, and it is called All the Boys Aren't Blue. And this cover, I love this cover so much. I heard Jesse from Both Sides of the Book talk about it. They loved it. I'm not sure if they had an arc or they were looking forward to reading it, but I remember hearing them mention it in one of their videos, and when I saw that cover, I was like, give me this ASAP. But it's a nonfiction work. It's a memoir that follows an LGBTQ plus activist, George M. Johnson, and it pretty much just follows like his life, how he grew up, things that he learned in his life, just like his memoir. You know how that goes. And honestly, I've been so interested in nonfiction works. Like, I'm really heavy on fantasy, but I haven't been craving fantasy. I've been craving like people's life stories, and I don't really have any of that on my shelf, so I've been looking for books like that. And this book comes out on April 28th, so it comes out next month, and I need to get my hands on this book. I feel like it's going to be like heartbreaking but powerful. That's why I think it's going to be a 5-star read, and I can't wait to read it. The next book that I have on my 5-star predictions, I actually have a physical copy of, and if you haven't seen my latest wrap up, this is one of my new favorite series, and I'm so excited. This is the second book in the series. It is called A Dream So Dark, and it's the second book in A Blade So Black. This pretty much is like an Alice in Wonderland retelling, but with a splash of black girl magic and a whole bunch of sass, and just like a very smart, not gullible MC, and I just live for it. I live for her. I love it so much. The synopsis of this just sounds like it's going to be so exciting. I love this cover. Like, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. I already stamped it too. I already stamped it, if you can see. Library of Capri Nicole. The second that I got it, because I have no doubts that this book is going to be amazing. Okay, so A Blade So Black is like an Alice in Wonderland retelling, and it follows the MC. Her name is Alice, and when her father passed away, she had this insane nightmare, and she learned that she is actually one that is called a dream catcher, and she can control those nightmares, and she can slay those nightmares, and she can be like a warrior in this Wonderland setting. And she gets trained by Hatter, and she also visits this world, and she slays in this world, and then she also is like a high school student in the regular world. And so the second book is a continuation of that, and all of the queens, all of the dark queens, the red queen, the black queen, all of them are trying to rise and find power positions, and she's trying to fight against them and trying to find the heart to heal the issues that happened in the first book. So I don't want to give too much away because this is the second book in the series, but I feel like it's going to be full of plot, it's going to be full of battles, it's going to be full of kick-assery. Like, I'm just ready. I want to pick this book up so bad, but I'm in the middle of reading like 4 books for a video, so, but I know it's going to be 5 stars. I'm so excited to get into it, and I can't wait. If you have read this series or you love this series as much as I do, please comment in the comment section below because it's definitely one of my new favorites. The next book that I have is called Cinderella Is Dead, and I added this to my TBR before I even knew what the synopsis was because this cover, get into this cover. Like, this is on my cosplay list. I want to cosplay this cover so bad. 200 years after Cinderella died, and the whole ball setting is completely different. Women show up to this specific ball night, and then like men are supposed to pick and choose who they want to marry, who they deem to be like wifey material, I guess, and snatch them up. And then the women that they don't choose, they're never heard from again. And our MC, her name is Sophia, and she does not want that life. Like, she has a guy that she's interested in who is her best friend, and she wants to pursue that. And so when she has to go to the ball, and she has to pursue this, and she has to follow this tradition, she's like, I'm not about that life, and she runs away. So she bails out on this ball, and she runs into like Cinderella, the original Cinderella, her castle. When she gets to Cinderella's castle, she finds the descendants of the original Cinderella and her stepsisters, and they come up with a plan to overthrow the king and change everything that is currently going on. And I felt like in the synopsis when she ran away and she found the Cinderella's original castle that she was gonna be like taken hostage or something, but to find out that these 4 amazing women are going to come together and overthrow a power structure, I'm so here for it. I love the girl power. I love the cover. I love the rebellion. We're going rogue. I feel like it's gonna give it to me. It's gonna give me all the action. It's gonna give me all the power. The girl's gonna come out on top. I have no doubt that it's gonna be 5 stars. If you have this on your TBR, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so the next book that I have is Clack When You Land. So this book follows these 2 sisters who don't even know they're sisters. One of them lives in the Dominican Republic and the other one lives in the US. And they find out that they're sisters on the day that their father ends up in a plane crash. So something so tragic ends up revealing a ton of secrets in regards to their father, the scandals or whatever he got going on. Because if they didn't know they were sisters, then it's some drama up in there. So we'll find out when that happens. But it follows them coming to terms with them being sisters, coming to terms with this tragedy. And I think the whole book is written in verse, so I'm really interested in seeing how she makes these 2 characters have so much emotion in verse, because she's really, really good at displaying emotions in quick sentences. So I know this is just going to deliver. I'm so excited. And if you don't know, another one of my favorite tropes is sisters. Like, I love books that have sisters in them. And the fact that these sisters don't know each other, they did not grow up together, they didn't even know each other existed. I just feel like it's going to be even more of an emotional ride. And I'm ready for that ride. I'm so ready. The cover is absolutely gorgeous. So the next book that I have for a 5-star prediction, that's for my TBR, is Something to Talk About. So this book follows these 2 MCs by the name of Joe and Emma, and Joe is like this super amazing powerhouse woman that everybody knows, and she's in the limelight, in the public eye, and her assistant's name is Emma, and they are photographed together, and then it's rumored that they are dating. So the tabloids and the paparazzi are having a field day with this whole spin-off of a relationship, but they are in a relationship. But because they are in a working relationship, they still have to continue working together. So they end up getting closer as time goes on, and maybe the tabloids aren't so far off, okay? Just saying. I'm so excited for this. It's not a fake dating trope that they agreed on. It's like they were put in a situation where people assumed they were dating. So I feel like that's a little bit different from like the normal fake dating trope, and I feel like it's going to be amazing. And it's gay. Like, can we get an amen for the gays? Like, let's go. I love seeing women in power, okay, power positions, and just seeing women having healthy working relationships is always good as well. So 5 stars, give it to me, let's go. Give it to me, let's go. Given. This is another one of the books that I want to read right now, but I can't because I'm reading books for a video. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with books that I'm currently reading, but it is Given. And I've talked about this book before. Oh, just look at this cover. Gorgeous. Get into it. So this book follows a warrior princess by the name of Yenny, and she is very well known. She is very popular in her lands. Everybody respects her, loves her, and appreciates her. But when her father falls ill, she has to go to a different land to be able to get an antidote to help him heal better. Once she goes there, she realizes that everybody is not going to respect her and she's not going to be as popular as she was. So being in this new world setting, she's determined to prove herself and get the antidote that she needs to help her father. And along the way, she runs into a boy who is a shape-shifting dragon. Need I say more? Like, I don't need to say nothing else. Like, that's all you need to, shape-shifting dragon. Like, boy, it can't get no better than that. It cannot get any better than that. And he thinks she's cute. He likes her. She don't like him. I'm feeling a hate to love thing going on. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm so ready. And the last book that I have on my 5-star predictions list is The Library of the Unwritten. So this book is set in a library that is in hell, and this library is full of books that are unwritten, and there is a head librarian by the name of Claire, and her job is to keep all of the characters in these unwritten books in their books, because they like to escape from the books, find their author, make them fall in love with them, and ask them to finish their story, because their one goal in life is to get their story finished. But they're not supposed to do that, okay? So her job is supposed to keep them put. And she ends up having a character that escapes, and he successfully finds his author and makes her fall in love with him. And now she's set out on a mission to go and get him back into his book. And on the way of doing that, I think she has like a run-in with a fallen angel who is 100% sure that this unwritten library has the devil's book between like heaven and hell or something like that. I think like they're fighting over this damn book. It's like a legendary book that heaven wants, a legendary book that hell wants, and it's just like they're fighting over it. So apparently he thinks that this library has it, so he's after her, and it's just a nightmare. So she is just like running from him, running towards the character. A whole bunch of things are going on. And again, Heather from Aphrodite Reads read this book and she absolutely loved it. So I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to give this 5 stars, because we have very similar reading tastes, as I've said before. And just the whole premise of this book, like once you say a library that's in hell, I'm already there for it. I'm right there. I'm at the front of the line for that, okay? I'm 100% sure this book is going to be amazing. It's a little thick, not going to lie. It's like $3.50. If I read Priory of the Orange Tree, I feel like I can do anything. So $3.50 is not going to hurt me. It's going to be fine. The font is a little small. It's fine. It's okay. We're going to push through. I definitely think this book is going to be 5 stars. I have no doubts. I'm ready to get my hands on this ASAP. And you might see this in an upcoming video. So there's a hint for that. Yes! Those are all the books that I have on my list that I think are going to be 5-star predictions. Those are 10 books. Let me know if any of the books that I listed within those 10 you've already read or you have on your TBR. If you don't have these on your TBR already, what are you waiting for? Add them to your TBR, because I will not steer you wrong. I will not steer you wrong. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody is happy. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everybody is practicing social distancing. Okay? Stay the hell away from your family and friends right now, people. Anybody that you do not live with or you do not see on a regular basis, you don't need to see. Okay? You don't need to see them. You don't need to go out to bars, to parties, to none of that. Stay your ass at home, alright? Together we can get through this. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Woosah. Thank you so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye!